Hi, I'm John Stewart Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List, and I'm here today with Brian and Nikki Purcell of Firehouse Movers. You guys have been on my list for quite a while now, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I met these guys a few years ago, and we were actually moving from Mansfield over to Burleson. And I personally use these guys, so I have a lot of stories about that move that I was just blown away by. But first, I want to talk about it's Firehouse Movers, and it's because Brian was in the fire department, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When did you when did you become a fireman?
So became a paramedic first, paramedic at 1992, and then was a fireman in 95.
In '95.
Yes.
And you so you retired from the fire department, right?
Yes. Louisville.
All right. Yeah. So these guys have been involved in two businesses basically. Like, well, we know that firemen have schedules where they have days off, and so tell me what made you start thinking about moving.
At the time, I was actually doing, on our days off, we were doing handyman work, and we got several phone calls on moving certain items, and then when we started pricing those items out compared to a moving company, it was much more profitable to be in the moving business compared to the handyman business, or at least our prices in the handyman business.
Right.
So that's what kind of sparked the idea, and we went that direction.
That's awesome. We've had some really good conversations here in about the last hour. We've just been kind of talking and every time I do this and I sit down with people, I get a better perspective of what it is that y'all do and what's important of it. And because you were in the fire department, I think that your thought process going into moving was way different, than most people starting a moving company. They're just thinking, I got a trailer, I'm going to try to start moving some people. But tell me what you learned from the fire department that you brought over into the moving company.
Well, obviously, at the fire department, you're called during emergency, and you really can't say, oh, "Hey, we're sorry, we can't help you." So, just the mindset for one, being trained that way, and then one of our chiefs, the mentor and everything, really talked about the pride, honor, and integrity of the fire service, and he always preached about you're never not a fireman. Yeah. And so we really took that when we started the moving and everything else to still offer a service that was above all others, and to take that pride, honor, integrity in everything that we do, mm-hmm. and every customer we go to, mm-hmm. and just really be a service to that customer, mm-hmm. Much more than just a move. Like, what do you need?
Right. First of all, I want to say thank you for your service. I consider you a hero, and your what you did there, and you risking your life, for people. I just want to say thank you for that, and for bringing that into this business. And you were telling me a story, because people call moving companies, and they're constantly calling different companies all the time trying to find that best deal, and you have a really high rate of people returning to you, right?
We do.
And now tell me, I want you to tell this story about the employee that you had to just kind of get onto.
Right. Well, we instill customer service, like Brian said, in our core values, which is the pride, honor, integrity, and excellence. And with all of our girls in our office, that we call them our moving concierge, as I said, because we feel that's what we want to do. And with our customers, it's all about listening to their needs, what they want, what they need. Mm-hmm. We had an incident where, and as we were telling you, all of our calls are recorded because we use them as training purposes for, good, the bad, everything.
Right.
So we had a lady call in, and her particular situation, she said her first thing she said was, she was calling obviously to get a quote. I'm moving. I have a brand new newborn baby, and my husband is overseas serving.
Mm-hmm.
And our person that answered the phone was like, okay, what date are you looking at moving? Didn't acknowledge any.
And that's a normal response.
Right.
To,
and I mean,
someone calling.
Any normal company, yes, but not with us. We want our girls and guys, whoever answers our phone, listen to them. Our deal was like, no, your first words should have been, oh my goodness, congratulations on your new baby. That's amazing.
Right.
And thank you so much for your husband. Thank him for serving our country.
Yes.
And then we go into our moving, because we're all about connecting with our customers and listening to their needs. And her needs was she needed help. She, again, had a newborn and didn't have her husband there to help her. Right. So, it's all about listening to that and letting her know, you know what, you called the right company. We care about you. You're important to us. Your move is just as important to us as it is to you. Yeah. So it's not just another person calling in, okay, let me just get you on the schedule and that's it.
Right.
If
you're watching this video, I think it's pretty obvious why these guys are on the Good Contractors List. It's all about heart for us. We want the people who care about the customers and the people who use the Good Contractors List. And listen, as we were talking, I usually typically when I think of a mover, I think, okay, well, I just bought a new house and I need you to come over to my house and pick up my furniture and move it over to the new house. And and a lot of times I think that's what we all kind of think. But there are so many situations that could be an emergency, a real emergency. Yeah. And if you don't have the mindset of handling people at their need, it could be a tough thing, right? Like, what are some of the situations that y'all been in that you've had to use that customer service and that your core values in?
Just moving in general is very stressful for people. So we get all ends of the spectrum, from they just got married, so we're happy we're moving into a deal, or somebody passed away, or we're having to move a parent into an assisted living, which is hard on the parent as well. My mom's crying, she doesn't want to move. We're having to kind of do this without telling her. Domestic violence situations where they are calling us when the other person's not home, kind of having to get out while they're not home. So, where they're crying, they're truly crying to our girls on the phone, and our girls, we work with them, help them find resources. Like, if it's a bad situation, let's try to see if we have to get like a police officer or somebody over there on site, just in case somebody comes back and it turns ugly. We do what we can to help. Now, we can't always, do that for everybody. We definitely try to be there for them to help in any situation that we can help in.
Right. But if you're in that situation, if you're looking for a mover and you're in that situation, you want to call somebody who cares. I mean, you don't want to call that guy that just says, okay, just tell me what day you want me to come get it. Right. I don't really want to hear all your problems. You need somebody that has heart, and these guys absolutely have it. And I can attest to, okay, so you guys charge by the hour rather than by the job. Correct. Right? Now, this was something that I, I actually got to experience. Is that whenever you normally hire by the hour, you get people who try to drag it out. And I'm here to tell you, I've moved several times, and every mover I've ever used has not done it by the hour. And I can just see them dragging, in to go get the next thing, walking, wanting to take a break and doing everything. I can tell you firsthand, I watched this and I was just blown away. These guys treat this job like it's a workout. I mean, they're lifting and they're moving, and they're jovial. They're in a good mood. They'd move it in, and what really blew me away was that they sprinted back. Like they made it like how fast can we do this? And they work by the hour. They get paid by the hour. This blew my mind. Now tell me, you said that you had there's a lot of people that are the distance that you have to walk is
Right.
quite a bit more, which you could actually milk that a whole lot more if you want. But tell me about your how you handle those types of things.
So just our latest deal, and this was just really to add a better service to the customer, because I don't make any more money. I actually make less money on doing this. So we came across a product and it's a several $1,000s investment. And again, that investment, I actually make less money on, but it provides a better service to the customer. So we now have it's almost like a train dolly system that all clips together, and that we can haul multiple items. One guy can haul the items that it would take probably 4 trips on one person.
Wow.
One guy can do what is 4 trips. So if you're talking about walking a distance of 150 feet 4 separate times, that adds up very, very quickly. It adds up very quickly.
Yeah.
So, but we truly did it because we want to be different. We want to be the best. We want to be the best service, really.
And we care about our customers.
Right.
It's not about,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we're in business to make money. We have to support our families as well, but we truly care about our customers, and we want repeat customers. We want raving fans, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And guys, I promise you, you will be a raving fan if you use Firehouse Movers. And listen, you can find them at firehousemovers.com.
Yes.
Or I surely hope that I will always be able to tell people, go to the Good Contractors
Yes.
List and
Absolutely.
find Firehouse Movers.
Yes.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
part of our team.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you
you.
guys call Firehouse Movers
Yes,
no matter what the
please.
need.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
If the job's not right, we'll get it